Alrighty, welcome back to Automation, and today's stream we're gonna do something pretty wild, I'd say. It's gonna be quite fun, and I think there's a lot that we can do. But as I am sitting here and thinking, there is one particular thing I need to do, and that is to go and build, well, the bus for the latest video that I put out on the channel. I believe it was yesterday. So yeah, sit back, enjoy, and quick thing before we get it going again, I do want to quickly remind you that I do have a Patreon page, so if you do want to go and support the channel, it's $8 per month per member. You get access to engines and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so if you do head over there and do become a member, thank you so much in advance. And yeah, thank you for this, thank you for listening to me ramble about that. Let's get to, well, the bus build. So this particular bus is going to be very simple. I'm going to do something that is pretty wild, I'd like to say. So let's see if I can make it interesting enough, so to speak. I'm gonna be doing it's gonna probably be a heavy delivery something, so let's go. I know I'm a little bit late on today's stream, but I was over at Twitch busy streaming. I was playing some farming sim and that was quite fun for me. So yeah, if you do want to look at my streams that I do during the day, I do 2 streams. Usually, if I'm not busy with one or the other, I usually upload a video as well. So yeah, it is usually something that's crazy. Anyway, let's see if I can find my particular vehicle. We can't seem to freaking find it, and that is annoying. Those do look very similar, but not the vehicle I'm looking for. I do apologize for any background noise, because yeah, life outside is crazy. But anyway, looking for that bus. Well, those are fun pickup truck things. Maybe we'll mess with one after I build the bus. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, no, those break everything. Just verify the stream quality is pretty good. Let's just go and see. Yeah, looks like stream quality is pretty good. Just let me know if the audio quality comes through pretty clear. I don't always know, so it would be very helpful. Thank you. There we go, I found the bus I was looking for. Perfect. There it is. In all of its former glory. Let's make it carbon fiber, because I want it to be light. Engine placement, I don't know where exactly where I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to put it in the rear. Or in the middle. Let's do middle. Push out suspension, front and rear. Yeah, it's probably the first bus with that. Which makes it even worse. I love this thing already. Let's make it all-wheel drive just because. Okay, where's our nuts engine I built the last video? Where's our V16? Alright, well, can't seem to find that, but alright. Let's build a new one. It'll be fine. So, V16, 16 cylinders of Fury, made out of aluminum. Make it around 6 liters large. In a bus like this, it would be pretty crazy though, I personally think. There we go, 6 liters, dual overhead cam, 5 valve head. Let's go. Heavy. Harmonic dampener. So, we're going to use UVT on all cams because I like doing that, makes it easier. Twin charge, 2 turbos, variable. Let's make them variable on both sides. Do a regular. I think I'm going to do bypass just because otherwise it explodes. So yeah, injection, direct, single, usual stuff. Running it on AUTOMATION, of course, because that just looks wild. That whole setup looks crazy. Anyway, we don't need cats or anything like that. So, okay, rev it out to 12,000, which that's more than enough. That exhaust being very, very closed off does create a lot of issues, as well as a supercharger exploding because of the excessive RPM. Also going to install a crazy intercooler because that thing is going to be nuts. Once we throw some boost at it, we should be making some serious horsepower. And in this case it's kilowatt. Just the way I like it. There we go. Probably exploding again, yep. Okay, that does not help. Let's go up a few sizes. No. Okay. So this should work. Again, I apologize for any background noise because dogs can be crazy. My four-legged furry friend is always crazy, so yeah. She does her own thing. But anyway. There we go. Let's add some cam profile. Okay. Doesn't look like it helped much. Drop the compression though. It always seems to help whenever we're messing with these things. Add more boost because I want to make more horsepower. Supercharger keeps exploding, so supercharger tune. I think having it on a clutch might be better. Okay. See if I can make it be better. Alright. Good so far. What else can be a restriction? Let's go see. Exhaust probably is going to be one. It's not as bad as I thought, but it's still a restriction. I'm still going to clear it up. I'm going to lower the compression a little more. See if I should raise it though. Let's add more cam profile. Okay, that doesn't help. Okay. Something in that ballpark should be good. Okay. More turbo. Let's see. That's peculiar. See if I adjust. So I'm going to keep it a little bit lower. Excuse me, I do apologize for that. Let's see, I do think I'm going to lower the fuel amount in the engine. I see it's going a little bit haywire. I think I'm gonna take it up to 4,500 kilowatt. That should put us close to the old engine, if not in the same ballpark. Because that figure times, I believe it is 1.341, should put us right at the ballpark. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there. So we're going to do 2 data pulls just to see the engine running and make sure it's all good. So reliability is not that high, so let's do 1 pull and see. Okay, so that was a pretty good data run. So now just to go and see exactly how much horsepower we're putting out, I'm just going to quickly go over to my calculator and just see. It is 6,086 horsepower. So we are exactly where we were beforehand, and yeah, that's pretty good. Time to go build our bus. So this is going to be ridiculous. We are 10-speed automatic, making it going around, let's say 500 mile an hour, or 500 kilometers an hour. It should put us right around where I want to be. I am going to put it on semi-slicks with really wide tires. Even underneath this chassis it looks tiny. I'm trying to cut weight as much as I can, whilst making it very fast. So that's good news. The bad news though is that it is basically a brick. So that is something to keep in mind. Do as many seats as possible, and 9 seats. There we go, that's looking good. The brakes are already a problem in the rear. Okay, that's interesting. How heavy is this thing? It's 4.2 ton. Okay, it's not too terrible. I expected this thing to be a lot heavier though. That is surprising. Anyways, bigger rims it's gonna be. Means you should be able to fit bigger rotors behind those big brakes, meaning wheels. Okay, that simply fixed it. Cool. So, how much is this thing worth? We're still weighing, now we're weighing 4.3 ton, but that's a lot of money. Holy cow, okay. It uses 224.1 liters per 100 Ks. Wow. Insanity, absolute insanity. But that's the price of horsepower. Let's make it look very odd and, well, different. Yeah, let's not do the Land Rover lights yet. I still have a plan for those. I think I'm gonna do a set of these. Something like that. I don't really have much experience designing buses though. Which that is something I need to keep in mind. Something like that, but a little higher. Like that. Just put spotlights down here. That should work. Yeah, okay, that can work. Right, for the rear I'm gonna do something very simple. Just regular tail. Okay, they added more taillights. Oh, wow, okay. BMW taillights. Okay. Bentley taillights. Which... These are new Mustang taillights and also old Dodge taillights. Don't know which those are from. But okay. I'm gonna do a set of these then. Something like that. Then I think I'm just gonna do a wide light at the top, something like that. Just for in case there's a bigger vehicle behind you, they can still see you, which that's important. Anyways, let's see what else is there. Okay, so now that we got the front and rear lights sorted, I actually want to see how large the engine sits in this chassis, meaning how big the engine is. Okay, that's actually very reasonable. Wow. Alright, so probably gonna do the intercooler in the front and all that kind of stuff in the front. Even though it should be done in the rear, where it's easy accessible right on the corner of the vehicle. My opinion though. Like here, there should be like a radiator or something like that in the rear here. But anyways, exhaust, I'm just gonna do something very simple. Two pipes pointing that way, and just gonna copy it as well. Something like that. Just to make life very simple. So don't have to worry too much about it. Also not burning the wheel, I believe. Okay, yeah, does not burn the wheel. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly check the stream quality and all that kind of stuff. Let's just see whether or not there's any issues. Okay, no, there's not any issues. Perfect. But anyway, back to building. Bus starting to look good. So I am gonna add some doors just to keep things simple. A regular door hinge there, and maybe some mirrors. Yeah, something like that should work wonderfully. Perfect. So there is our bus, so to speak, built. I'm pretty happy with that so far. Should I change the wheels of said bus just to get something different on it? There's not much I can do with those. That's just crazy. Okay. Yeah, alright. That looks good. So, next vehicle I'm going to be building is going to be... Well, I think we need to go build an engine first before we build said chassis. Engine I have in mind is something very, very simple. Because it has to go in a chassis that's quite small. So we're going to do a small engine. Probably something that... It's probably going to be more suited for that small chassis. So let's make it... I think around 700 cc's. That should be more than enough engine. Dual overhead cam just because we can. But I want to make it somewhat affordable though, so we can't do something that's too ridiculous. So I wonder if I should do turbo or supercharger, because space constraint is a thing that I need to worry about. So I think I'm going to do 2 sequential turbos on a single manifold. That should work pretty well. Now I feel I'm going to keep very simple. Just going to be a regular 91 mid manifold, just to keep things going. It's not that expensive already. Okay, making 67 kilowatts, sorry. It's pretty good. For a small engine like this one, it's very good. Compressor surge, alright. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to invest quite a lot into these turbos just to make them work, whilst not costing a fortune. I mean, that's already pretty incredible for a 600cc engine. Oh, sorry, 700cc engine. And to make good horsepower though. I think if I can get it up to around... I think 100 kilowatts should suffice pretty damn well for this thing to be pretty peppy. Yeah, so around 95 kilowatts should be good for what we're trying to do. Just look at this. This thing actually looks pretty freaking cool. A small engine like this going, well, doing what it does, going into a small chassis. It should pull like a train actually, now that I really think about it. I'm quickly concentrating, so yeah, I do apologize if I go quiet. I'm just concentrating just to get this engine perfect. So I do apologize. Just want to see how responsive it is, so I'm gonna do a simple dyno test. Let's see if it even wants to run. Yeah, okay, this thing is pretty responsive. So let's go build the chassis that goes in there. I mean, 96 kilowatt for 700 cc's is pretty incredible. It reminds me that at the time when Ford took the small little EcoBoost engine, the one that likes to eat its timing components, and yeah, went with those things and made some serious horsepower. I think that thing made 92 kilowatt, I believe. But it comes with a whole host of issues. Like if you put the wrong oil in the bottom end, yeah, it might not yeah, work anymore for too long. Small little truck, where is you? There we go. We're 2 meters. Okay, we're gonna do the 2.6 meter unit. I believe this should be large enough to do a few things. There we go. Rear-wheel drive, something simple. Wow, you can even fit all of these engines into it. Okay. That's pretty insane. How much engine room do I have? Miles of engine room. How heavy is this thing on fuel though? Okay, does not say at the moment. I'll quickly go and see that once I'm done building it. I don't think that much of a top speed should be adequate. Let's do it large LSD. Let's do hard life. 200. Let's actually do 205, 205. Heavy steel rims. Good brakes. I think that's what's gonna make it expensive, the brakes. Just do off-road skid row. Just in case people want to take this thing off-road. I'm gonna do like fancy lights and things on it. I actually think we need to build a basic one, then we need to go build a nasty V8 version of this thing. I think that would be fun. It's the utility. Okay, let's get the price of this thing. Weighs 1.2 ton, makes 96 kilowatt. Oof, that's gonna be slow. Let's see. 32,000 bucks for one of these. Okay. Now let's go make it fancy. I wanna do something modern with the front end. But what is the next question? Almost think a light like this one might work on this. Yeah, okay, I can work with that. Just see if we invert them. Okay, yeah, I can work with that. A little larger, you can just see it all. It looks like a pug from the front now. Okay. It looks okay. Let's just see if I can use this one. Something like this. Should work wonderful. There we go. I think that looks okay from the front. There, I'm gonna keep it simple. Some of these. Just keeping it bare bones simple. Something like that. Cool. Should I do a back railing with some of these more round lights at the top? I don't know. Let's go find out if there is a way for me to do that. Okay, louvers, no. Okay, there isn't, but okay, whatever. A little bit stumped. I do want to use a... Alright, let's just use these. Yeah, okay, those can work. Not as wide. Something like that. Should be good. And one of those. Pretty freaking snazzy. Wheels and tires, I'm gonna stick something very, very simple on it. Like I said, that these would work pretty well on this thing. So right, so it still costs 32,000 bucks. Looks pretty decent for what it is. I think it will also work pretty decently for what it is. Okay. Well, that's an issue. Taillights. So I'm going to do another set of taillights just besides these, because I am concerned that there isn't enough lights on this thing. There's no taillights though, which that does bother me. Those can be reverse lights, so I'm just going to do a second set that are, well, taillights. Something like that. This whole thing I'm just going to do a taillight. Taillight. Round lights, you say? Okay. Yeah, I can do some round lights on it. Move those. Hehe. What the hell? That works. Those work actually. Thanks for that suggestion. Sammy's fishing. Thank you for that. Okay, why is this not working? Alright. Yeah. Yes, let's do those for tail lights. Thank you, thank you. So I'm going to make these outer ones tail lights. There we go. Yes. Now that looks absolutely wild. A nuclear symbol as a freaking tail, as an indicator. I think that should work wonderful. Hello there, Mr. Galvanized Square Pipe. How have you been? Admiring the nuclear symbols Sammy's fishing suggested that I use round lights for the rear, so yeah, thank you again. Brighter blue. Roof, making the same color. These are those sidebars. Otherwise it's gonna drive me mad. It does look freaking awesome, yeah, I agree. It works for the small truck. Okay, it's not too terrible. Its fuel consumption is pretty nuts. Oh, you missed the engine build though. We're using a sequential turbo 700cc engine, making 96 kilowatt though. So that's good news. Export. Yes, yes, it's a little powerhouse of an engine. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna export this thing and also the bus we built a while ago. Yeah, pretty much an EcoBoost. It is technically, I'd say, a variation of it. Which that thing, although it has many problems, it still made 92 kilowatt and was one of the first ones, I believe, one of the first 3 cylinders to make decent power in any chassis that Ford made. So here is the bus I built. We're also going to use it now, and I'm going to switch over to beamng in just a second. So yeah, it is powered by the engine, a variation of the engine I built yesterday. I put out that video. Don't know if you've seen it yet, but it was basically the same thing as this thing. I see my computer fucked around and I can't seem to find that engine. Yeah. I know she's a bit of a large machine, but yeah, I think it looks cool. Only weighs 4.3 tons, so yeah. No, it's a V10, a V16. Pretty much, yeah, it's a 6-liter engine. A beautiful engine though. Fits very well on this chassis. Yeah, it is a little bit... Yeah, it is about the same size. It's also a 6-liter, but that's a W engine. Which I wish we had W engines, because I have a few experiments that I want to do with the W engine. Which, well, one of them is a W4. Basically striping 4 of those in a row. That's what I mean by W4. Yeah, no, it's all good. So I'm just gonna go open Beam and get it going. So yeah, just hold on a moment and then we'll be back. No, it's still a W engine. As far as I know, it's still a W engine. They just added, yeah, they just added a, I believe it is an electric motor now. I believe it is. I'll go and look in just a moment whilst I wait for my game to load. Let's go and see. So yes, it's a W16. It's a pretty nuts engine. Okay, just switch over here. So the newest, latest and greatest one that they put out, as far as I know. Okay, blah blah blah. So it's actually an 8-liter engine. So we're a little bit smaller, but we make a crap load more horsepower given that we are on a pretty high octane fuel. We are on nitro meth, so yeah. Just quickly checking. Yeah. Okay, so now I've got beamng open. Let's quickly say free roam. Right. To the city. Actually to the drag strip. Let's quickly shift gears here and switch over there. beamng. Let's hold on a moment. There you go. Okay, so we are in beamng now. I'm quickly closing the other game. Beautiful. Just gonna take a hot minute. Yeah, no, I've recently. Yeah, no, I know it's actually a wonderful thing. Thank you. No, this PC will run Beam without any issues. So I'm pretty happy about that. And just like that, we are loaded into Beam. Don't know if I showed the new one yet. Yeah. No, it's a bit of a machine. So yeah, as you can see, it even runs the game very smoothly. Yeah, no, PC upgrades help quite a lot. Also, I have been busy, so let's try and mess with the bus first, because I don't think it's gonna work per se, but let's find out. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I'm gonna have to speak up a bit because I hear my bus is quite... Yeah. Okay. Okay, brakes are a suggestion. My bad, I know it's gonna be loud. Okay, just hold on a moment, let me lower this. It should help quite a bit now. What happened there? It should be a little bit better. Okay. Trying to get this thing staged is an absolute nightmare, but let's see if we can. A bus that runs freaking 9s. Oh yes, no, we are gonna do a speed test though. It's already kinking itself again there. Let's see what it can do. I don't know. I've just been a little busy on multiple platforms. I do, however, stream on Twitch as well, so. Okay, yeah, this thing's insane. $300 mph. No, it's an automatic. We can't go faster than 300 mph. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, this thing is a level of insane that I can't even begin to fathom. I believe it is 500 kilometers an hour. It's times 1.6, I believe. Options. User interface. Yeah. You know, this thing will chew through it. This thing will chew through. Okay, my bus just summoned a demon, but okay. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's 322 mph. It should be calculator. My brain is at the moment is flat. At the moment. Where in the bloody sorcerer's opponent is? Okay, there it is. 322 times 1.6. That's 515.2 kilometers an hour. So that's nice and fast, I'd say. Let's try this little thing. I know it is at user interface, don't worry. We'll probably mess with it, but I want to see what this thing will do. Why does it have a shiny tray? Why? This is the most normal vehicle I've ever built. So quiet. Still gets up and goes though. That's good. Okay. I like this thing. It's also not that loud. Imagine how if every Japanese K-truck was something similar to this thing. That's true. I should see if it can do it, at least a donut. Yeah, I agree, Mr. Steel Pipes. I also agree. I also do agree. Cool, dude. Burnouts all day. Which that's good news. This thing is actually quite a lot of fun to drive. Let's see if we can make it actually drift. Yeah, no, different driver is needed. It's perfect for any Japanese road because you can drive like a normal person, going at the speed limit, and just to ensure you get all the mud off your tires. Yeah. Yes. This is actually really difficult. Because having such a short wheelbase. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Steel Pipe. Yeah, I agree. It's wild. It's wild whenever. Yeah, no, I agree. It's wild. But yeah. Come on. It can't be really considered drifting, it's more like power sliding, but it doesn't make it any less fun. What do you say it is wrong with it? Okay. I would like to hear what is wrong with my little very fun to drive pickup truck. It is the most perfect pickup truck you can ever own, personally. And to think it only is only at a measly price of $34,000, so it's a lot of money to some. But like, imagine if something like this actually exists, which it technically does in the form of any Daihatsu, Suzuki, or anything like that. Yeah, I need to go build a GT version of it. Maybe in the next stream I'll take this chassis and put a nasty motor in it, because look how tiny that thing is in there. Like, we've got miles of room this way and that way. So yeah, I agree. But yeah, no, this was a very fun thing to build. One of my favorite things to build so far. But anyways, I think my stream time is gonna be over in just a few minutes, because I have other few things to go and do. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I really enjoyed today's stream. It made me laugh more than usually. So yeah. Alright, take care of yourselves, and don't forget to head on over to patreon.com if you can, and hit the subscribe button over there. It's only $8 a month. US, you'll have access to the engines and anything that like that. But anyways, take care of yourselves and see you in the next stream. Bye bye.